Yeah, hi, how you doing? Matthew Nubian Vidal here again. I just want to talk about a follow-up on one of my videos I've done a while ago, and it's called The Law of Attraction. Just want to just kind of bring you up to date on some things that have been happening, and kind of like the next step to a degree on how you can make the law really work for you. Things have been really, really exciting lately, and areas of not just in my life, but people around me has really shifted to my partner getting a new job and moving forward with herself and learning more about her spiritual self and coming into line with herself more, to my kids now realizing about education and kind of like moving forward with themselves, that things are making things happen. Friends of mine have been making changes within themselves, and changes which they would necessarily hide away from and wouldn't necessarily want to face, but they feel now, for some cosmic reason, we all know why, because when we're in that zone, and what we put out, what we think about, we bring about, it always comes into alignment one way or another, either now or 5 to 10 years in the future. But it does swings in roundabouts. But for me, I would just like to just talk about what has been happening with me at the moment. I'm so excited because today I'm doing a bits and pieces this morning, and I've been to the temple, done a bit of meditation, but I couldn't get access into the temple because it was closed today. But it was really good. I walked amongst the grounds, done a bit of walking meditation, which was amazing. Seen so many things, which is going to be a catalyst to things moving forward. And it's just not so much being prepared for it, but being excited about it, and being in a state of acceptance and happiness. Made a few decisions, or hang on, no, let me rephrase that. I made it through acceptances about myself, and learning to come into a line in order to change things, and that's happening in a much more positive way. So let me just start at the beginning. Let me just share a win for Law of Attraction is the best way to put it. Had a client struggling at the moment, wanted to shift, to move forward. Met up, had a coffee. We was talking about how to use the law of attraction, how it could be a benefit, spiritually, emotionally, and physically, to do with work and I suppose relationships, but they're more focused on work. So we discussed work. It was really interesting. The role that we're talking about, obviously, is in the public eye, so I can't really get into much details. But let's put it this way: when we left the coffee shop, he was approached and was offered a interview with a young lady or new agency. Yeah, things are going through the process, and that's where he was stuck. He wanted to move off into a new area within his work. So, business wise, he felt stuck and wasn't sure how to move into a new field within the same bracket of work he does do. So my thing was that he was struggling accepting my approach was, you need to learn to accept, live in the state of acceptance. A lot of people know me say this and know me for this, and I've said this in videos before, that it's about living in the state of acceptance. Because if you're not, and you need to stay in the world of a state of acceptance and of gratitude, no matter how small the gratitude is, or if something's negative, you need to have gratitude for that negative environment. Because my thing is that whether you believe in God or not. But if you're going for a bad time, the universe or God is aware and is sending you the right tools for you to move forward. So don't give up. Keep going. The other point is that I can't really share because I haven't really told other people yet, but I will in my next video. And this video will make sense in my next video, so bear in mind. But stuff changing there. I've been accepted for the remaining. I'll go in touch with a couple of colleges about studying, to take my studying a bit further. And it kind of like I put out there, approached them, left it with them, kind of forgotten about it, and then what happened was I was approached again to do it, so it was a positive thing. So now I'm moving forward. Got interviews in Easter about joining in September, so I'm really excited about that. Also, the other thing which has been really positive, I've been talking about doing a lot of tutoring, and though I do a lot of coaching, I wanted to do a lot of tutoring, so I've been writing courses, obviously, to do Reiki. But what my thing is, I was approached by a online spiritual company asking me if I wanted to do teaching tarot. So yeah, it was. Wasn't expecting it, but I was expecting it because obviously I was in a state of acceptance. So whatever the universe or God thought was important for me to do has come. So I've accepted, ironing out the details and lengths of times and when it's to start. But yeah, it's really excited about that because it's a process which I've worked with people doing tarot before, but I've not like put things down and being like, okay, well, you do this, you do that, you do this on a kind of ritual basis. Yeah, so each week on week. So it's going to be a win for clients, obviously, but it's going to be a big win for me because it would teach me about my processes. But I've done that in other areas, but I've not done it with tarot. So I'm really excited about that because tarot, if many people know, when I started with astrology and then I moved into tarot, but I got really well known for tarot. So yeah, and I design my own cards, which I'll do a video about tarot cards soon. Because there's a lot I want to explain about the tarot cards. But before I move on, I want to talk about the law of attraction and the kind of like the next step. That when you put it out there, you do see, believe, receive. So you see it in your mind, in your mind's eye. You feel it, you believe it, and then you receive it. It's not necessarily clear cut. It's that you can turn around and do the vision board. There's all these different channels you can use to help you move forward. They're all good, don't get me wrong, for everybody has to have a way of working, but my thing is like, if you have acceptance and gratitude, they're kind of like the two sub laws within the law of attraction. Because if you're expecting something, for example, if you done your shopping online, so then you've set the date up, you pay for your shopping, chosen it, set your date up. Ignore all the ideas that they don't send the right foods, but let's just look at the receipt, the beginning, believe, receive. You created a shopping list, you've gone online, so you've seen it, and you've written all down what you want, you believed in it, because you're right, that's done, you click, what do you call it, I forgot what the button's called, the payment line, the payment button. So you paid for your shopping, so you believe it, so therefore, because you bought it, and now you're waiting to receive it. But there's a date that's coming. They're different with law of attraction. You need to start believing within yourself that it's going to come sooner than you think, not 10 years down the line. So the other aspects of my thing would be is that you've done all those processes. So what you do, you stay in the world of acceptance. Yeah. You be gratitude. The more you are in gratitude, the quicker things will happen. The more you are in accepting things, whether good or bad, and the more you are in gratitude, the quicker it will come. And that even means that the universe will put things in your way to see how loyal or understanding or how compassionate you are. So as I said, the clearer you are, the more aligned you are with spirit, the quicker things will happen. So say if you're walking down the street and then you get somebody, a homeless person, asking for money, give them some change or give them some money. Don't look at for the fact that they're going to spend it on drugs and all that, what the media tells you. Ignore that crap, basically. Ignore that. That's not your problem. Your problem is that the law has turned around and said to you, help me. And then and from that catalyst, you helping that person will compel the next chain of events, would mean that there's nothing greater than giving, and giving with a true heart. So whether you give the money to the lady or the gentleman who is asking for money, and they go and spend it on drugs, or they spend it on food, or spend it on somewhere to stay, that's not necessarily your problem. You gave with a good intention to help. Okay, so keep that in mind and ignore what people say about your just adding to the problem, because you're not. Because you don't know what that person's gone through. And you know what? And people have been in, probably living your similar life and lost everything and ended up on the street. So, be mindful of that. And I'm always putting out there that people don't go through that we can have cleaner streets, understanding streets, and that everyone can have a home, but some people choose to live on the street. So once you've done that, once you've done the see, believe, receive, you stayed in the world of acceptance and understanding, and then you are you have in gratitude. And what the last thing I want to share is, people, this grates me more than anything else. This grates me more than if people just ask for money. This grates me even more if people than just asking for selfish things. What grates me more is that they don't go with the pull from within. So again, it goes back to you seeing someone who is asking you for money, and then you kind of like and ahhing, just give it. So say, for example, for me today, I've got a day free today. So I thought I'll come to Temple, and tonight I'm off to Glastonbury for 3 days to do meditation. Me and my other half is going there to do some meditation, walk up the tour, get a bit bits and pieces. It's our first kind of big thing together. So exciting times. But today I was in Manila. Should I go to the temple? I don't know, and this, that, and the other. You know what? So I just jumped in the car and I drove. I came down here, went through the park, Calcutta Park, arrived at the temple. The temple's closed, but because the temple's closed, it got me to just walk around and to record another video, and for me to be in a state of gratitude without me walking around and standing by the temple doors or by the temple railings. I can see how the birds moved and how the trees were acting and how nature is, I mean, it is so beautiful, it is so beautiful. And I know a lot of people think I'm strange saying that, but I don't really care. I don't really give a fuck. At the end of the day, I love nature and I love the planet. And the more I am with awe with nature, the more I'm at awe with my life and myself. So whether that's how you believe, or you don't, and if you do believe it and people call you a tree hugger, you know what, fuck them. I mean, some people naturally uses the law of attraction to stay in this chain of unacceptance or chain of unaccepted things, and you just stay in their life, and they like to complain, but instead of trying to compel their life to change. So anyway, moving forward, be consciously aware of what you do, what you ask for, and be genuine, and always help those who are less fortunate than you, especially if your approach be it by somebody. Stay blessed, and I'll speak to you soon. Which I said I'm going to talk about Tyrannex, so I'm just waiting for the source and my guides to arrange that once that's done, I will deliver. But yeah, I felt I should record something, and it's gone on longer than I thought. But I just wanted to share this with you, and I hope to hear from you soon. And thanks for supporting me through all the transition. And please like and subscribe. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. God bless, and peace.